Hi all, this is a complete guide for Fizzie Sparkwhistle's part of the Family Battler achievement. I'll add timestamps in the description so you can easily jump to the fight you want. First up is Hobbyist Aquarist. Your first pet is Baneaxe with Water Jet, Mudslide and Bubble. Your second pet is a Leviathan Hatchling with Water Jet, Toxic Skin and Whirlpool. And finally, any level 25 aquatic pet with Water Jet and Pump. Start with Bubble. Followed by Mudslide, then Water Jet until the slime is defeated. Once the slime is defeated, the geode enters. Use Water Jet until Baneaxe is defeated. Once Baneaxe is defeated, bring in your Leviathan Hatchling. Cast Toxic Skin. Followed by Water Jet until the geode is defeated. Once the geode is defeated, the elemental enters. Cast Whirlpool. And then use Water Jet until defeated. Once defeated, your final pet enters. Cast Pump to charge, then hit, and then Water Jet until the fight is done. Next up we have Beast Mode. Your first pet is a Lost Nether Pup with Shadow Shock, Vengeance and Maul. Your second pet is a River Calf with Water Jet, Stone Skin and Clobber. And finally a Zandalari Kneebiter with Hunting Party, Black Claw and Bloodfang. Start with Maul. Followed by Shadow Shock. And then Vengeance. If this misses, you may need to restart. And now Shadow Shock, if needed, to finish off the slime. If your Nether Pup is defeated by the slime, bring in your River Calf and cast Water Jet until the slime is defeated. Once the slime is defeated, the geode enters. Use Maul on cooldown and Shadow Shock to fill until your Nether Pup is defeated. Once defeated, bring in your River Calf, if not in already. Start with Stone Skin. And then use Water Jet until the geode is defeated. Once the geode is defeated, the elemental enters. Cast Clobber and then swap out to your Kneebiter. With your Kneebiter in the battle, start with Black Claw, followed by Hunting Party, and then Bloodfang if needed, or your Kneebiter is still alive. If your Kneebiter is defeated, your Calf re-enters. Just cast Water Jet until done. Now for critters with huge teeth. Here just use your 3 highest power rabbits, each with Flurry, Dodge and Stampede. Start with Dodge. Followed by Stampede. Once Stampede is finished, cast Flurry until the slime is defeated. Once the slime is defeated, the Geode enters. Cast Dodge if off cooldown, otherwise Stampede until defeated. Once defeated, bring in your second rabbit. Cast Flurry until the Geode is defeated. Once the Geode is defeated, the Elemental enters. Cast Dodge. Followed by Stampede. If still alive after Stampede, cast Dodge when the Elemental's Quicksand has 1 round remaining on its cooldown, otherwise Flurry to fill until if and when defeated. If possible, try to leave a Shattered Defenses debuff active on the Elemental should this rabbit be defeated. If defeated, your final rabbit enters. Use Flurry if the Shattered Defenses debuff is active, otherwise Dodge on cooldown, and Stampede to fill until the fight is done. Next we have Dragons Make Everything Better. Your first pet is a Nether Fairy Dragon, with a speed above 273, with Arcane Blast, Evanescence and Moonfire. Your second pet is a Stormborn Whelpling, with Frost Breath, Mana Surge and Arcane Storm. And finally, a Dragonhawk Hatchling, with a speed above 260, with Quills, Conflagrate and Flamethrower. Start with Evanescence. Followed by Moonfire. And then Arcane Blast until the slime is defeated. Once the slime is defeated, the Geode enters. Cast Evanescence on cooldown, Moonfire on cooldown, and Arcane Blast to fill until defeated. Once defeated, bring in your Stormborn Whelpling. Cast Arcane Storm. Followed by Mana Surge. This should finish off the Geode and the Elemental enters, who is then hit by any remaining rounds of Mana Surge. Once Mana Surge is finished, you'll likely be defeated by the Elemental. However, if this wasn't the case, cast Arcane Storm on cooldown and Frost Breath to fill until defeated. Once defeated, your Dragonhawk enters. Start with Flamethrower. Followed by Conflagrate. And then Quills until the fight is done. Next is Element of Success. Your first pet is an unstable tendril with Tentacle Slap, Scorched Earth and Cauterize. Your second pet is a Thundertail Flapper with a speed above 260 with Tail Slap, Lightning Shield and Beaver Dam. And your final pet, a Pandaren Water Spirit with Water Jet, Dive and Whirlpool. Start with Scorched Earth. Followed by Cauterize. Now use Scorched Earth and cooldown and Tentacle Slap to fill until the slime is defeated. Once the slime is defeated, the geode enters. Use Scorched Earth and cooldown and Tentacle Slap to fill until your tendril is defeated. Once defeated, bring in your Thundertail Flapper. Start with Lightning Shield, and then Tail Slap until the geode is defeated. Once the geode is defeated, the elemental enters. Start with Beaver Dam. This should be removed by the elemental's Quicksand and Rock Barrage from the previous pet's debuff. If this doesn't remove the dam, then pass. Otherwise cast Tail Slap until defeated. Once defeated, your Pandaren Water Spirit enters. Cast Whirlpool. Now use Dive when the elemental's Quicksand comes off cooldown, otherwise Water Jet until the fight is done. Now for fun with flying. This may take a try or two, can be somewhat RNG. Your first pet is a Snowfeather Hatchling with Falcosaur Swarm, Crouch and Predatory Strike. Your second pet is Icky with Quills, Black Claw and Flock. And finally, any level 25 flying pet with a speed above 260 with Alpha Strike and Liftoff. If using the mechanical xpac, you can use Decoy instead of Liftoff. Start with Crouch, followed by Falcosaur Swarm, then Predatory Strike. If this misses, then you'll probably need to restart. Now Falcosaur Swarm until the slime is defeated. Once the slime is defeated, the geode enters. Cast Falcosaur Swarm until defeated. Once defeated, bring in Icky. Cast Black Claw. Followed by Flock. The second round of Flock should finish off the geode and the elemental will enter and be hit by the final round of Flock. Once Flock is finished, cast anything, your Icky will then be defeated. Once defeated, your Axebeak or similar pet enters. Use Alpha Strike if there's any Shattered Defenses debuffs active. Use Liftoff or Decoy when the elemental's Quicksand is off cooldown, otherwise Alpha Strike until the fight is done. Next we have human resources. Your first pet is a curious Oracle Hatchling with Water Jet and Backflip, and then two helpers. The first with Snowball, Cold Blizzard and Ice Tomb, and the second with Snowball, Cold Blizzard and Gift of Winter's Veil. Start with Backflip. Now use Water Jet until the slime is defeated. Will usually take 3. Once the slime is defeated, the geode enters. Start with Backflip. And now use Water Jet until defeated. Once defeated, bring in your first helper. Use Cold Blizzard on cooldown and Snowball to fill until the geode is defeated. Once the geode is defeated, the elemental enters. Start with Ice Tomb. And then use Cold Blizzard on cooldown and Snowball to fill until defeated. Once defeated, your second helper enters. Start with Gift of Winter's Veil, and now use Cold Blizzard on cooldown and Snowball to fill until the fight is won. Now for Magician's Secrets. Your first pet is an Eldritch Mana Fiend with Arcane Blast, Surge of Power and Arcane Storm. Your second pet is a Mini Mind Slayer with Mana Surge, Amplify Magic and Interrupting Gaze. And finally a Grasping Manifestation with Tentacle Slap and Illusionary Barrier. Start with Arcane Blast, followed by Arcane Storm, one more Arcane Blast, then Surge of Power. This should finish off the slime unless your Arcane Storm missed, in which case your Mana Fiend will be defeated. Bring in your Mini Mind Slayer and cast Interrupting Gaze to finish off the slime, if this was the case. Once the slime is defeated, the geode enters. Wait for your Mana Fiend to be defeated if not already, and bring in your Mind Slayer. With your Mind Slayer in the battle, start with Amplify Magic, followed by Mana Surge. The final round of Mana Surge will finish off the geode. If your Mind Slayer was defeated early, use Tentacle Slap with your Manifestation to finish up the geode. Once the geode is defeated, the elemental enters. Cast Interrupting Gaze and then pass or anything with your Mind Slayer, it will then be defeated. If your Manifestation was the active pet when the elemental entered, start with Illusionary Barrier, otherwise when your Manifestation enters, just spam Tentacle Slap until the fight is done. Next up is Machine Learning. This one can be RNG, more than likely take a bunch of tries. Your first pet is a Mechanical Pandaran Dragonkin with Breath, Thunderbolt and Decoy. Your second pet is Tinytron with Arcane Blast, Lightning Shield and Fire Shield. And finally a Pocket Cannon with Frost Shot and Extra Plating. Start with Decoy. And now use Thunderbolt and cooldown and Breath to fill until the slime is defeated. Once the slime is defeated, the geode enters. Use Thunderbolt and cooldown and Breath to fill until your Dragonling is defeated. Once defeated, bring in Tinytron, cast Fire Shield, followed by Lightning Shield, and then Arcane Blast until the geode is defeated. Once the geode is defeated, the elemental enters. Cast Arcane Blast until Tinytron is defeated, if not already. Once defeated, your Pocket Cannon enters. Cast Extra Plating, and then use Frost Shot until the fight is done. And finally, not quite dead yet. This one can be RNG due to the mischance from the Cold Darkness weather effect, so it may take a few tries, Your first pet is a Frostwolf Ghost Pup with Scratch, Refuge and Ghostly Bite. Your second pet is Scraps with Claw, Super Bark and Consume Corpse. And finally a Son of Seth with Plague Blood, Touch of the Animus and Drain Blood. Start with Refuge. Followed by Scratch until the slime has less than 690 health. Once the slime has less than 690 health, cast Ghostly Bite. If your pup was put into its undead round, this will only hit for 517, as shown here. If this misses or doesn't finish off the slime, then restart. Once the slime is defeated, the geode enters, cast Ghostly Bite and cooldown and Scratch to fill until defeated, if not already. Once your pup is defeated, bring in Scraps. Start with Super Bark. Then use Claw until the geode is defeated. If you get below half health, use Consume Corpse to heal. Once the geode is defeated, the elemental enters, use Super Bark and cooldown, Consume Corpse to heal if needed or not already used, and Claw to fill until defeated. Once defeated, your Son of Seth enters, cast Touch of the Animus, followed by Drain Blood, and then use Drain Blood on cooldown, Touch of the Animus on cooldown, and Plague Blood to fill until the fight is done. Hope you found this video helpful, and thanks for watching.